Welcome, this is Alex, and I'm going to be showing you how to get your hands on each type of weapon within the first 2 to 3 hours of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Perhaps you want to get a feel for each one to plan out how you spend those crafting materials, play around with the dual wield combos a little more, or you just want to regularly mix up how you tackle combat. Well, this is going to show you the quickest route that I've found to acquire each type of weapon classification. Loot is not random in Valhalla and is instead set to key locations on the map, and since even these beginner weapons can be upgraded at a blacksmith, all of these will be just as useful early game as they can be late game. Before diving in, if you want to skip right to a specific weapon, hover over the video timeline below to go right to the one you're looking for. And now, let's get started. First, a few things we don't need to find in this. Towards the start of the game, you'll already have access to 2 one-handed axes, a light shield, and a hunter's bow. However, as soon as you're somewhat let off the leash after the intro, you can quickly acquire a 2-handed Dane axe. This first raiding settlement you'll come across is located on an island in the center of the Norway map, just to the east of where you start from here. In this small building, you'll find the Bonebiter 2-handed axe hidden in this chest. I like the Dane axes quite a bit, especially when you dodge cancel out of some of its longer attack animations right after they hit, but I find its spinning offhand special attack to be pretty slow and risky to go for. You have one now, so play around with it and see what you think. Next, let's go acquire a Flail, which is during the next main story mission you'll need to do. This is located towards the northeast of your Norway settlement. Hidden again in another small building, you'll find here the Iron Star Flail. Not one of my personal favorites, since the Flail has pretty slow startup to most of its attacks, and its offhand attack is just alright, but dual wielding these things once you find 2 is pretty darn satisfying. Next, let's find us a one-handed hammer. This is located in the Marauder's Den, directly west from your Norway settlement, towards the center of that large island. After a little hardcore parkour to this elevated chest, you'll find yourself the Warhammer. The hammers have a pretty short reach, but they often have really high stun, making them quite good at putting enemies into stun and breaking through shields. The offhand special attack lets you just ground pound away on your victims, which is not very practical, but sure is pretty fun. Next, we're going to acquire a Dagger. This is located really close directly southwest of where we just found that hammer, which is on the big island west of your Norway settlement. In the larger building in this town, you'll find yourself a Dagger, and I'm not attempting that pronunciation. The Daggers are incredibly quick, but have some of the worst reach in the entire game, but if they connect, they stun lock enemies into combos quite well. Also, the offhand fast stab attacks with the evading slice at the end make it one of the best weapons to throw into your offhand, in my opinion. Next, we're going to grab us a sniper-focused Predator bow. This is located in a shipyard northwest of your Norway settlement. In here, you will find the recurve bow, which is classified as a Predator bow. I usually play more aggressively and up close and personal, so I didn't use this bow type very much, but it's pretty useful once you acquire its skill that allows you to manually control its arrows. After that Norway exploration, you'll need to advance the next few story quests so that you make your way over to England, so we can then acquire a heavy shield. This one is located right along the Second River directly south from your new settlement. In this circular hut, you'll find the kite shield hidden in this chest. The heavy shields in your main hand have a pretty slow array of attacks, but I really like rocking dual wielding shields in this game, making it great to have in your offhand. Next, let's find us a greatsword, and from here on out, we're exclusively in England. This is kind of a trek, and you might have to sneak in to avoid the higher tier enemies, but this one is located southeast of your main settlement. In this chest right out in the open, you'll find yourself a longsword, which is classified as a greatsword. Greatswords might be my personal favorite weapon type in the game, especially when you can start dual wielding them, but its offhand attack can be kinda tricky to use effectively, unless you're trying to kill fish with it, which would make sense if you watched my advanced tips video. Next, we're going to find ourselves a spear. This underground bunker is located near the off church to the southwest of your settlement. This chest is located underwater and will give you a shiny new spear once looted. The long reach of the spears can be really useful in combat, and the spear's offhand attack is another great one that can easily break through shields, grapple, and throw enemies into each other or off ledges. Lastly, we need to find ourselves a light bow. This is in a basement section of a church located in this town just north of your settlement. After getting nice and cobwebbed, you'll find a light bow hidden right in that chest. The light bows are another personal favorite thanks to their rapid firing and a few other skills that, again, plugging my tips video another time, will make this weapon type immensely more powerful. That is it, you now have at least one of each weapon type in Valhalla, and now the quest begins to get another of each so you can start really putting that dual wielding system fully to use. Let me know if you found this guide to be useful at all, and as always, this has been Alex, thanks for giving this a watch, and I'll be seeing you in the next upload, which is probably going to be soon because I'm pretty swamped.